Welcome to the channel. In the previous episode, we analyzed all summons. It was necessary to create the best configuration, but can we achieve good results without using summons? Apparently we can. The new essence for Grim Scythe allows us to do this, and it does it really well. So a Necromancer based on primary attack gets a huge boost. I think this is a perfect solution for players who don't particularly like builds based on summons, or they changed their class and simply do not have the appropriate bonuses for summons. Primary DoT Purging Necro will be a very good solution for such players either. Generally speaking, every Grim Scythe essence so far has not been very useful, but since it now works with our primary attack, well, we can do much more with it. So before I move on to the build, I would like to show you one interesting feature that may be useful for defending Cyringer. Using the new essence for Grim Scythe along with the leg essence and Chip of the Stoned, we can now quite effectively keep mobs under total loss of control while dealing quite solid area damage. So this is an interesting option to utilize the chip, although it is not part of this build, but it is worth knowing that we have this option, regardless of whether there is a use for it or not. With that being said, let's move on to the build. As you already know, it is based on the primary attack, so the first skill will be the Bone Spear, along with the essence of Main Hand, Light Maw. This is necessary in order to apply DoT with each auto attack. I tried using Soule Fire and Poison Golem, but ultimately Bone Spear is more convenient to use. The second solution also works, but for this build I don't want to contain any summons, so I stayed with Spear. The next skill is Grim Scythe, of course with the new essence of Main Hand, Carving Bay, which causes the scythe effect to be applied with each of our auto attacks. But the most important essence of this build is Ravening Silence. With this essence, any DoT applied to the target will be turned into instant damage, so it's essential for DoT purging and provides us with huge numbers on the screen. In order to maximize damage, the next skill I chose for this build is the Lance, along with the offhand essence, Silvered Wings. This solution allows us to use the Lance with each of our auto attacks and is a great activator for pieces of Vithis. Additionally, to increase the damage from DoT Purging, I used Head Essence, which activates bleeding. So far all the essences are supposed to apply as much continual damage as possible. The next ones will enhance the existing effects. So if we are at additional attack speed, then Bone Armor with Shoulder Essence, Neck Broad Skulls will provide us with extra 28%. It is worth noting here that we buff the entire party while providing additional protection, and since there is no hidden cooldown for DoT Purge, then the more attack speed we have the better. So gems such as Gloom Cask or Carson are a good choice. The last skill is Bone Wall, along with the armor essence Bloodless Hierophant. This essence turns the bone wall into an altar, which significantly increases our damage. The downside is that we have to be within its range, which is quite short. But on the other hand, 40% damage is quite a lot, and since this build is intended for dungeons and raids, then limited mobility should not be a problem. Unfortunately, the second offhand slot remains not used because we have nothing to put there. But there is something else that significantly improves the performance of this build. This is a Crusader with a burning banner, so having such a Crusader in your party will be very beneficial for you, since his banner makes your primary attacks to burn your target and the rest of your build will do instant damage. Finding such a Crusader should not be a problem, because this class uses a build that works on a similar principle. However, it is important to use the right green sets for parts of Vithus to increase attack speed. Seems like good solution, and for parts of the augments to apply additional dots. If you don't care about attack speed, then 6 parts of the banquet will work either. When it comes to legendary gems, I use my standard configuration, but gems like Fervent Fang, Carson, or Gloom Cask fits perfectly here. Besides dot gems like Viper, Seeping Bile, and Torment, obviously. I will show the essences once again for those who are impatient. When it comes to Paragon, Weaver is the best choice. However, it is worth remembering that the more potency points we have, the more damage we will deal. With all that being said, I believe that this build is a solid alternative for Pure Summoner, and as far as I remember, people requested such a build. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like button. Also consider subscribing to the channel. I think it's worth staying up to date with new episodes. I would also like to thank the people who support my channel, and for everyone else, as always, thanks for watching.